Well, hello. We're here to investigate finding the lengths of lines. And so we're asked to find the length of line CD. Now, the important part here is that there are no arrows on CD here, right? And so we're looking to find the length of the line that is a line segment from here to here. If there were arrows like this and this, that would be a trick question because that's an infinite line that goes off forever in all directions. Now, if it was that and it was a ray going off infinitely towards D, that's also an infinite line going off forever. So that's also infinitely long. But here, because it is just a line, we're able to find the length of CD. The easy way to do this, the easy answer that's a little too common sense, is to count. Just to go 1, 2, 3. So you know the length from C to D is 3. So if you want to denote the length, you go CD, and you don't need to put a line over it because we're not talking about the physical line itself. We're just talking about the numerical value of the line. And you could put 3. Fantastic. But here's where some math and some fun understanding comes in. We talked about absolute values last week. The reason why we talked about absolute values last week is because absolute values always make things positive. But the good news is that distance is always positive. If you walk from Safeway to your house, that is a positive distance that you've walked. But then if you walk your house back to Safeway, you've technically undone that, right? You've gone forwards and then backwards again. But you don't say that you walked a negative distance. You say you still walked however long it takes to get from Safeway to your house, like 25 miles or 5 feet. And so same thing here. When we talk about the distance from C to D, we said it was 3, but that's the same thing as going from D back to C. The distance doesn't change, even if we're looking at a different direction. And that's where the absolute values come in. We want to take the absolute value of C, which in this case is 1, minus the 4, which is where D is at, because that gives us the distance. So taking the absolute value will give us the distance. So we want to take the absolute value of C minus D or the absolute value of D minus C, because both of those will equal 3, the distance we're looking for. I hope that helps. Don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions.